What's up, everybody? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to more CSGO news. Let's keep this short, why don't we? Yeah, let's have a nice, fun video. Some crazy stories out there I'm going to talk about today. All of them will be timestamped down below. But let's wrap this one up pretty fast compared to usual CSGO news episodes. First story, all around Epsilon Esports. I am super confused as to the future of the organization as of right now. I think they're currently blocking multiple people on social media, Ryan B being one of them, or I should say Ryan at Rush B Media being one of them, amongst others, and also players they have not unfortunately paid wages to in the past. Now, why I'm confused is because it's actually a big source out there, a source that took off on the Reddit page quite thoroughly, and they actually announced that Epsilon Esports would be shutting down entirely, citing financial issues being the reason. Despite them being connected to Man City, obviously a very large football club, apparently they were going out of business and shutting down and actually going away from esports for good, according to that article, up until last night where they tweeted out this. And as you guys can tell by my response, I was super confused because we have an article that took a lot of traction all of a sudden saying they had financial issues, and apparently this source was credited. They had an inside source saying Epsilon would be shutting down, and within about 6 hours they were tweeting out asking what teams they should get into. And also, despite the fact that there are many allegations of them not paying several players out there, Sh1ro himself even coming forward because we know the stint he's had with their wrongdoings during his time with Epsilon Esports. I'm not really sure if he still has unpaid wages or not, but he definitely had a rough going during that time of playing for their roster, then being benched, and then being put back in the starting roster. It's a long story, but when even several CS players have allegedly not been paid, potentially other esport players have not been paid either, it's not the best thing to take to social media and say, hey, even though we just dropped a few rosters out there, what other teams should we pick up? Because do they have a new financial backer? Do they have a new mystery large backing coming in? It seems likely. I've been told from a source at Upcomer Esports as well, or Upcomer in general, that apparently it's a crap storm behind the scenes and they're not really sure what is going on. So something is going down over at Epsilon Esports, guys. I will keep you posted when I do hear more, when the story does break, hopefully from my source at Upcomer. I will share it with all of you guys as well. It's just super weird to see a story take traction about an organization shutting down due to financial issues, and all of a sudden within a few hours they say, hey, we're fine, guys. You know, it's news to us. We're not shutting down, and they're not really announcing exactly what has happened behind the scenes, but something is certainly going down, and it's very, very fishy. Now, our next story out here, guys, not something I really don't do too much because there's not too many rising players out there ever since the likes of Sh1ro, but this one has to be looked at. That's going to be a CIS member for Gambit Youngsters. He currently is 18 years old, and his name is Sh1ro. It was actually the CIS Pro Championship this past weekend, and this guy, over the past few months, has taken off in the CIS scene, and of course, that Gambit Youngsters roster was actually one of the likely picks for a few people out there, myself included, to actually make the major out of the CIS minor. They fell very, very short, although with that being said, this guy still did a great performance in carrying this roster over the past couple of months, and especially this past weekend. Against the likes of other CIS teams out there, Winstrike, a Vanguard, Pro 100, against a Vanguard, he single-handedly carried these guys in that 2-map series. Alongside that, to actually take the CIS Pro Championship tournament just yesterday as well, they took down Pro 100, another 2-0 sweep where he dropped, I think, nearly 50 frags in that 2-map series. Yeah, the guy is nuts. Keep an eye out for him. I really don't do this too much, but I think it's kind of fun to showcase players out there who are rising talent, although he does have a few games here and there, like most players do, where he wanes a bit back and forth, especially when they play teams like a Winstrike or like in a Vanguard. He's been kind of off and on against them, but most recently he has been very much on. The 18-year-old out of the CIS scene, it's going to be very, very cool to see where he does go, especially when a guy like Fishy Dude on Twitter tweets out about you. He's got to be involved probably in post-major shuffles for the CIS scene, so we will see where he goes from the Gambit Youngsters and how big of a step up he does take to a larger CIS team, so keep your eyes out. But this last story, this one worries me, guys. And I said I wanted to keep it short because I don't want to go into too big of detail about apparently Chinese investors flooding the Steam market. Now, I know Jesus, amongst others on Twitter, have also pointed these kind of things out because Chinese investors have been flooding the scene kind of slowly. Of course, Chinese trading, for at least high-tier trading, we have seen the ridiculous prices they do pay for the Katowice stickers that have also taken off over the last couple of months, and especially over the past few weeks. I have not taken a look at the Steam market for 3 weeks exactly, guys, and well, well, just about every item you look at now, whether it's from Cologne, Katowice, whether it's from Cluj-Napoca, it does not matter where your sticker is from or what team that sticker is a part of. Pretty much any item you do look at for your inventory over the past month has increased in some value on the Steam market, and I have never in my time during CSGO seen something this drastic. Now, I'll try and reach out maybe to Jesus or 1Pixel, or I always probably mispronounce his name, and I do apologize, on Twitter for maybe more information about this if you guys do want a video about this as well, because it is actually insane to see of all the stickers I have shown you so far, not one has come anywhere near to dropping in value, and almost every single one in my inventory, as well as amongst others on the Steam market, have skyrocketed in price. Not just Katowice's, guys, pretty much every tournament, whether it's a Boston E-League or whether it's a Katowice, for just about any year, Cluj-Napoca, amongst other events out there, even DreamHack stickers, everything is going up, and it makes me feel like we're in a bubble, and I get really scared when this kind of thing happens. And no, I'm not saying to panic sell all of your items. I'm not saying to also invest into your items. You guys do what you feel best for yourselves, and I'll do what I feel best for myself as well. It's going to be very odd when it comes around for this Starlighter Berlin Major, whether or not this will affect investments and whether or not this actually will make these investments even better or somehow even worse. I've been trying to think about myself, what I'm going to do for this next major. I told myself last major would be the last one I would invest into, and I think that's going to be wrong. I think I'm going to take another whack at the poll here, if that's a saying, and I'm going to invest in our next major based off what is happening over in the Chinese scene. Now, of course, coming into our market, they've been here for quite some time now, but it seems like 2019 is now the year to invest into CSGO stickers. So please, though, be careful. Although you might have made quite a bit of money off holding your stickers that you have over the past few years, that's good, really good for you, but please be careful, guys, when it comes to buying and selling these items. This market is a weird one, and no one exactly knows which direction it is going at any point in time. So I just wanted to point that out. If you guys do want a separate video, I'm sure I could talk to Jesus or some people on Twitter about this and the flood of those Chinese investors. As of right now, though, it's just kind of crazy to see where this market is going. But as always, hope you guys all enjoy. At the point of me editing this video, it's actually, yes, the man himself, Decay. He actually posted this article, guys. I will link it down below for all of you. That is updates on the whole QBF situation. I'll be back here tomorrow breaking down those details. If you guys want to do the man a favor, though, you can read his article down below about that crazy situation involving our boy Boomich. And again, I'll break it down here tomorrow with all the results that do happen ever since then. As always, my name is Jake. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Thank you for subbing, liking, leaving comments. You guys are really, really dope. Drink water, drink coffee. I'll see you guys back here tomorrow. Until then, bye.